it's just coming from the wrong side of the tracks. Now I'm kind of seeing why Tia might have separated herself from Tamara, because
I don't have a problem with food stamps.
I'm gonna say right now, child, forgive me for my insensitive jokes throughout this episode, because let me show you Exhibit A. This is Exhibit A. Throw Black History Month all the way away. Let me play this clip for y'all and we gonna talk about it.
I absolutely love this comb because if you can see, it's 3 combs in one. And as a traveling mom, I'm always thinking about ways that can just help my travelers go, quicker, easier. And if I don't have to pack 3 different combs to do the deed, the better. So right here, this side of the comb is a detangler and pretty much a wide tooth comb. This side of the comb parts your hair and can section your hair when styling. This right here is my secret to volume. It's a little cute pick.
Child, I just... Are there even words for this? Are there even words for this? We always joke and call her the white sister. And don't listen to us, Tamara child. We just playing with you. But it's stuff like this. It's content like this that is just like her and her husband are living in another world. And literally they probably are living in another world. They're living on a winery, child, on a land where they make the grapes for the wine. And I feel like they are so out of touch. Let me read some of these comments. The fact that she is talking about it like it's something she knew is baffling to me. We have been using this comb since forever. Now to Mango, why are you doing this? This is very Caucasian of Tamara, reselling a product Black people have used for ages. Tamara, this did not need explanation. How much is she even charging for these? I still have mine from since forever. I feel kind of, I feel bad. I started to say I feel kind of bad because she just seems so innocent and delusional. But I feel like at some point she gonna have to start reading the room. Her and her white husband are going to have to start reading the room. Now, her husband was recently in the news for making some statements in defense of Trump. And I'm going to pull that up. Now, I'm not even going to hold you. I kind of agree with his statement, but just it's from the wrong person. So the internet right now is slamming Adam Housley, Tamara's husband. He made a statement that said the following: my parents used, and this is actually in response to the fact that it's being alleged, I don't know how true this is, but Trump's administration may ban the use of food stamps for purchasing junk food. So Adam Housley said the following: as a kid who grew up in neighborhood grocery stores since I was 5, I can't tell you how many times I saw people come in and buy crap food for their kids with food stamps, then open the wallet and use cash for liquor, beer, wine, and cigarettes. Then there were those who would repeatedly buy a lemon or lime, get the change, walk out the door, throw them away, and do it again until they had enough change to buy cigarettes or alcohol. As a kid, it pissed me off because there are some people who could really use the help, and then there are these others working the system. My parents used every dime they had to open a small neighborhood grocery store. My brother and I basically lived in the back room, and as a family, we worked our butts off. I got baseball cards as pay for picking up cigarette butts in the Planters. LOL. Worked those stores until I left for TV. Brother still runs them both. What people need to understand is that there is an absolute need for assistance in this country, and we should absolutely provide it. And as part of that, help people get off it with proper training and support. Unfortunately, the system has been corrupt. In California, it's badly corrupt. It's fun to fire them up with facts, make them look dumber and dumber. I used to get mad, now I laugh, and a couple of times a year rip them. Then they go back in their holes only to reappear in a few months. Then someone said to him, silver spoon leaked with generational wealth handed to him, bitching and moaning, telling lies about moms on food stamps. Yeah, not talking about moms on food stamps. I clearly defended helping families in need and clearly saw those taking advantage. Funny, those taking advantage are the ones who hurt moms in need. Plus, we've been helping families in need since I was a kid, you. Now, here's the thing. I can understand. I'm actually for, I don't know if I'm for banning, junk food, because that's kind of like, I don't know, that's a little bit too much. For me, it's a couple of things here. One thing that I always say is that the focus is really in the wrong direction. With all the other things that need focus, I don't know if actually going in and banning junk food for to be purchased by food stamps is one of our top initiatives, right? However, we all know that people abuse food stamps, people sell food stamps, and the purpose of food stamps should be to help people get in a situation to where they don't need food stamps in a perfect world. But we ain't in a perfect world. And a lot of people really depend on food stamps for their livelihood, for their groceries. And if they want to get some junk food here and there, it is what it is. It's not even about those details, honestly. It's just about the message coming from the wrong person. Let me just pull up who is Adam Housley. So Adam Housley, who is known for being a former Fox News correspondent and an award-winning journalist working at Fox News, which is strike one. He's also married to Tamara Housley. We get that he's very conservative, but what is his background? Let's see, because I want to understand who we're talking about. So he was born in Napa, California. He attended Pepperdine University. He later studied at the University of Arizona and had courses at Stanford University. Before journalism, he played professional baseball as a pitcher in the minor leagues. He's won several journalism awards, blah, 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 blah. And he runs a Napa Valley winery with his family. It's something about the message coming from him that makes it dirty and filthy. He's a conservative. He is a former Fox News correspondent. He has this wife who is biracial, but I feel like they're really not, I don't even want to say them, but kind of them. They're not really you don't see them and see that they're for the black community or for the black and brown community. And I feel like Tamara Housley is kind of guilty by association. I think that in this kind of climate, you have to be cautious and sensitive about some of the stuff that you're putting out there. However, he's been a conservative for as long as I've known. So are we really surprised? But it's just like a double whammy. You got your black white wife out here introducing a comb that we've used for years like it's some type of new phenomenon, child. And then we have you out here talking about food stamps and how food stamps should be restricted. Like, it's just coming from the wrong side of the tracks.
I don't have a problem with food stamps. I still to this day never seen one. Because I never seen a food stamp I'm bougie.
Now let me flip this on and be just transparent and honest. Like, I think that, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know a lot about food stamps. Look, Jennifer Williams and me, we don't know a lot about food stamps, child. I don't know what the requirements are to get them. I don't know if there's a certain amount of time that you can be on them. I don't know. But what I do know is that people tend to feel like the black community is the top user of food stamps. So let's do some Googling here. The white community uses 37% of food stamps. The elderly and disabled uses 20%. Even though white Americans make up the largest number of recipients, black and Hispanic communities use SNAP at higher rates due to systematic economic disparities. So at the end of the day, I see a little bit of what he's saying because there's a lot of abuse when it comes to food stamps. It's just the wrong person saying it with his conservative views. It's just the wrong person saying it at the end of the day. I don't know, like him and Tamara, they're out there on their winery. They're not connected to what's going on in the everyday American's home. I don't feel like Tamara and her mama and them ever used food stamps. They obviously didn't use black people's combs. Now I'm kind of seeing why Tia might have separated herself from Tamara because, child, And it lends to a better, like a different conversation for me, because it's like when you have a person who is biracial, half black, half white, and they choose to align themselves closer to the white side, they are kind of shunned by the black community. And why is that? I know a person who is biracial, didn't grow up with either one of their parents, black or white, but was adopted by a white couple. And they align very closely with whiteness. They've had white partners. And I've always wondered, like, I wonder what makes them align so closely to that side as opposed to the black side. And honestly, it's truly not fair. It's truly not fair. I don't know. That's a loaded conversation that I'm really not prepared to give a strong opinion towards, because it's not fair, but it's just something offsetting when a biracial person just lends itself more to the non-black side. I don't know. I don't know what's right and what's wrong about that. I feel like in a perfect world, there would be a really good balance, right? Tamara and Tia are twins. And I feel like we always say Tia is a black sister, Tamara is the white sister. Tia tends to, she had a black husband, she got black kids, she aligns herself more to the black community. Tamara is the total opposite, and we are being kind of not fair to her. But then you can't lend yourself close to the white side and then get the most conservative Trump MAGA person as your husband. I think that is it. Because I think if Tamara had a husband, white, black, green, yellow, that wasn't so Fox News conservative, we may give her a little bit more grace. And it's almost like I wonder how that is going to impact her kids. It's a lot, child. I don't know. But Tamara and Mr. Housley, read the room. Listen, let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode.